from our back school. She is linking to in English and is the organiser of teaching and learning takeover at Spike in September. Also a very big lover of tea. Everybody's doing Ludgate.
Which one is it, that one? Okay, that looks funny. Right. Okay, this isn't particularly exciting. I apologise, I know a lot of you in here do these things much better than I do. But I'm just going to start really quickly by saying some of the things I do to take the learning outside the classroom. Not literally outside, which is why I've got that background, because I'm really allergic to grass and I can't go on it, so I can't actually go outside. I tried today and it went a bit wrong. Starting with Edmodo, which I know a lot of people use, I've been using it for about a year. There are a number of new ways in which Edmodo have added in the last few months that you may not know about. The most important one, which I found, is the use of small groups. So it's a way of differentiating work for different students in your classroom, and you can set them specific tasks, either for homework or if you're using it in the classroom. So it kind of provides a solution for that group work at home problem where they say, oh, I can't get to someone's house, I can't get this resource, because they've got it all in one place, they can access it. So you just go to edmodo.com, sign up all your classes, and sign up your students on there, give them a code. It's completely private to them, they don't have to, it's not shared externally with anybody else, only you and your students can see it. It kind of looks a bit like Facebook, so they quite like it. And the small groups option is a really great one to start using as soon as you get it. You can also use Edmodo in real time, so if you're setting, for example, to watch a TV programme and everybody can comment at the same time, so it's kind of their version of Twitter, especially with younger people that maybe don't have Twitter or aren't allowed to have Twitter. You can have that instant feedback from them and sort of do your homework all in one go. That works quite well with TV shows that you're getting to watch. For peer critique, again, they can post their work and students can feedback really easily. One thing which I'm starting at the moment and trying in September with a teacher from Bentley High School in Harrow is the idea of an online book club. So my year 8s, hopefully, and her year 7s are going to be working together, reading the same book and having an online book club there so we can use it as homework and lesson times. And the other thing which I really like, which I started using recently, this is a shot of the small groups that you can have, so you've got various groups there in one class, but is this. Shawnee mentioned this a little bit. With my tutor group, I do something called Newsday Tuesday, which is where they have to present without any input from me. 2 pupils at a time have to present on the news on a Tuesday. And this is really helpful for them. It's just an RSS feed on one of their small groups for Newsday Tuesday, and I've linked up the BBC website and the Newsround website, so they just get all the stories rolling through there and they can find them really easily without finding anything, hopefully, too inappropriate on the news. The other thing is the idea of blogs, using them outside the classroom. We use Kid Blog with my year 7s and my year 9s, and they've worked really brilliantly in a number of ways. A, for obviously sharing ideas, and the other thing you can use them is with quad blogging. That's a site that you go to, run by David Mitchell. You sign up, he puts you into a quad with 3 other schools from all around the world. We work with schools in Canada, in America, and in India, and you sort of, if you do it, I suggest you run one, because that means you can control it a little bit more, and you can say who's going to write posts when, and then you work over a month talking to each other and sharing ideas, which has worked really well. So that's quadblogging.net down there. The other thing we use in the blogs is the 100-word challenge run by Julia Skinner, who is on Twitter as, I think, at the head's office. Yeah, the head's office, thank you. And she runs a 100-word challenge. We use it every week with most of my classes now as a homework or just task in class. 100 words, prompt is set up. You put those onto the site. Go to the next one. You put those onto a site and they are shared with everybody who enters, up to about 1,000 entrants from internationally. And then 10 or 12 of them are chosen as sort of winners each week and placed on the site. I put this one up because we had 2 winners in 1 week, so I was quite pleased. And other pupils get to comment on them, and so do a group of other teachers. So it saves you a huge amount of marking if you don't want to go through all of them. You've got other teachers and other pupils commenting on the kids. Absolutely love it in terms of creative writing. So if you need it for a tutor activity or for an English activity, it works really, really well. The last thing I want to talk to you about is Skype, which I'm sure everybody does either at home or in classrooms already. But Skype can be used to virtually meet other classes or other teachers or experts in the classroom, and Gavin Smart uses it to try and get experts in the classroom in. And it's really simple to set up, broadens the horizons. You just sign up, and what I suggest you do is create a lesson on the Skype classroom site, and they will tweet it out and then we'll send it out, and people come to you to join the Skype, which is brilliant. You can follow them at Skype Classroom. Top tips which my kids gave me were to be organised by writing questions beforehand, because weirdly I thought they'd be really chatty, but they just stare at each other on the screen, they don't actually talk. Hit them with sticks and behind. Use mixed ability groupings, otherwise the really good kids completely take over. Encourage roles within the group, so we had somebody who particularly quiet being the scribe who was writing down the answers to the questions that you had. Trial the Skype the day before, because otherwise it usually doesn't work, and maintain the link afterwards by writing a blog post or keeping in touch in some way, because otherwise it feels a bit worthless if you aren't carrying on that link. So we've Skyped most recently, we've Skyped with schools in Canada, which we found via the Quad blog, and schools in Mexico, because I wanted to try and get tricked, but it didn't work. So there's a few pics of them looking rather happy. We did it with 5 classes in one go, which was quite good fun. Skyping with different places as part of our personal development day, which is sort of our alternative to PSHE. And so 5 different classes with 5 different classes from around the world, learning about their hopes and dreams, so that's some images of that. And then, again, keeping up with it afterwards, maintaining that blog so they're keeping a contact between them, okay? And the very last bit is the kids chatting about it. Is there enough time for that?
The blogs are a good way to interact with the schools, and like we've done some work with people in Canada and people in Monaco, and they give us like feedback on our work and what we can improve in it, so I think that's good. Like our lessons.
So they're good just to be creative about what we're like writing, so they might have like trying on that, and it's nice to see the comments.
And then my final one, which I think is quite good.
Skype's really good because we get to connect to people on the still opinions and not as well. I like to use Skype because you can connect with people around the world and you can find out how their parents live.
Skype is good because it's free. And
Is that it, Hector? Okay. So, Hector, the last one is free, so they're all free, so please do try them if you don't already. It's a really simplified version. I suggest start with Edmodo and then use everything for basis from there. I'm gone on for way too long, so sorry. Thank you.